Hello my gorgeous people, my name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and these are your weekly horoscope tarot card readings, and they are for the air signs of the zodiac, which are Aquarius, Gemini and Libra, and it's in between the 12th and the 18th of April 2021. So this weekly horoscope tarot card forecast is for the air signs of the zodiac, which are Aquamarini, Gemini and Libra, and it's in between the 12th and the 18th of April 2021. And I'm going to start with my gorgeous and with my ever so precious, with my beautiful Aquamarini. My gorgeous Aquarius, I love you so much, but you need to pay attention to one specific thing that is actually going to happen, like there is a no tomorrow. You are going to have a really such a powerful week when it comes to your own wisdom. You are going to see how unique you are. You're going to see how smart you are, because on one hand, through this moment in time, you're going to get a quite important news when it comes to your own accomplishment, but at the same time, this is going to be a clear sign to you that you are reaching a very specific moment sorry, when it comes to you being super wise, because what is actually going to happen, you're going to make a certain decision, and this is going to come from the moment in time when you are tapping into the such a powerful serene knowledge. It is pretty much so to do with the common sense, but then at the same time it's to do with a very highly powerful spiritual penetration. At the same time, you know, it's about the hidden emotion. This is what I'm talking about. Hidden emotion, it's going to become obvious. This is a very important time for you to get things right, and to pay attention to this, because emotionally you're reaching a stage in your life when you will know, and you know most certainly which changes to make. On an emotional scale, something is not working quite right. And I'm keep on saying this, and this is keep on repeating until you get this right. This is important time for you to realize that actually, you know, it's to do with a specific person in your life, around your life, that is not having a positive impact anymore on you. Whether this is somebody who's like a very much so like your partner, or whether this is somebody who you work with, you need to realize, you need to single out who this person is, because now you're reaching a very important stage and part of your life when you're gonna need to do something about it. It's very important because you will realize why you're feeling so restrained, who is draining your energy, who is making you feel negative, who is making you feel low, who is bringing you down. You will realize that you are repeating the same things and you are repeating the same patterns in your life until you kind of get this with yourself, that it's time to move on. It is a very important moment for you, my gorgeous Aquamarini, to realize this, because somebody is becoming like super toxic around you sorry, and it's really entirely down to you to realize this, and most certainly to do something about it. You see, it's all about you realizing this, and also at the same time making the necessary alteration. At the time when this is going to become evident to you also, it's going to be when you're planning some kind of a departure, when you're planning some kind of a journey, when you're planning some kind of trip. I know it's very difficult at the moment to do these things, but I'm saying like a journey, departure, a trip, that can be like maybe a couple of miles away, or even 1 mile away. When you're preparing to go somewhere from a stage number 1 to stage number 2, or from a point number 1 to point number 2, this is the time when you're going to realize exactly who this person is. It's going to become obvious like there is no tomorrow, and also at the same time you will know the decision that you need to make. It's going to be super beneficial when you're on, when it comes to your own homecoming moment, because that moment in time you will also see way beyond, and you will know exactly which big change you will be going towards, and at the same time you will get rid of the negative energy that no longer serves you anymore. It's really down to you when this is going to happen and how this is going to happen, but most certainly it's very, very, very important, okay? And it looks like that you are going to get the necessary support, which means that maybe you will go to ask for advice, or maybe somebody's going to come through, maybe somebody's going to come forward who you know and who maybe knows this other person and is just going to confirm something to you. But it looks like that there will be the necessary but the necessary support. When I say the necessary support, it means that it's going to come from someone very genuine, very important, and very special in your life, who is actually going to confirm this to you. And also, if you're unsure what, who this person is, you just basically need to also kind of like maybe come to terms with with yourself first, and then maybe ask somebody who's very close to you, somebody who you really trust, somebody who's very spiritual in your life, and you will see that there is going to be this powerful confirmation. But then again, at the same time, that other person maybe doesn't want to hurt that other person that we are actually talking about. So the bottom line is, it's all down to you, my gorgeous Aquamarini. But I know that you know who and what exactly I am talking about. So, it's to do with somebody rather toxic in your life that is just taking over. That person is not going to change. And that's all I can say. And that's the best way that I can actually help you. So if you like this, that's absolutely fine. Maybe it's not your time yet. Maybe you need to wait just a little bit longer, and then you will see who I'm talking about. But I'm almost certain that you know who I'm talking about, because as soon as you move away from the specific group of people or a specific person in your life, you will see how much your energy was drained. It looks like, karmically and spiritually, you had to go through this. You kind of like it was like almost like it's becoming like a self-torture, and it's like it has been a self-torture for a while, and it's been affecting you way more than you can possibly imagine. So you need a time to heal, you need a time to relax, you need a time to reflect, maybe perhaps somewhere by yourself, in order to realize exactly how you're going to feel away from the certain people who are draining your energy, who are making the whole situation quite toxic. But most importantly, they're planting something on you, they're doing something to you, and I don't really like it. And of course that I mean dark, bloody, now, like there is no tomorrow. But you need to realize this, because it's affecting you now, it's affecting your way of thinking, it's affecting your way of planning, it's affecting your energy, it's affecting lots of different aspects in your life. And I know that subconsciously you're like, my God, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But perhaps some of you are not quite ready in order to open your eyes and allow this energy to come through, and to see things for what they are, and to make the best possible decision, not only for yourself but for the people around you. Just remember that you will get the necessary support, not only even from one person, but from quite a few different people that are going to confirm this to you once you find yourself on this particular path. And now, most certainly, my Aquamarini, it's absolutely time. On another hand, you know what? When it comes to the future, this is a big week when it comes to now, not relevant to this person and this situation anymore. Now, when it comes to the actual planning, there is going to be quite interesting surprise. Before you realize, you're not even going to be thinking about it, is the certain obstacle, problem that was really preventing you to float freely in between now, in between the present moment and in between your future. It affected you like there is no tomorrow, because there is a lot going out there that is affecting our situation, it's affecting our way of thinking, it's affecting our planning. So we become disorientated. When we become disorientated, it slows us down, like there is no tomorrow, and so it's pretty difficult to find the actual way out, because it's so dark and it's very foggy. Now this fog is about to start shifting slightly, but when you least expect it, there is an obstacle that was standing in between you and your future planning, that is going to be kind of staring at your face when you kind of least expect it, and it's going to require from you to make the necessary effort then and there, my gorgeous Aquamarini. And this is going to take place from the midweek until the end of the week indeed. So it's the obstacle, and it's important for for you to deal with this. It's important for you to remove it. And you know what is going to happen? You're not going to have a chance, or you're not going to have a choice. So you're going to have to deal with it. And most beautifully, most importantly, you're actually going to have the star here. You've got the star tarot card, which is one of the best tarot cards ever, purely because now the whole new inspiration is going to come through. The whole new opportunity is going to come through with unlimited possibilities, and I really like it because it's going to help you to kind of get to know the situation for what it could be. You're going to kind of have the taste and the flavor of the future through this obstacle that is actually going to be removed, because it's going to help you to connect. Remember, once that fog lifts, you will see exactly what I'm talking about. So therefore, the bottom line is that by the end of this week, you are going to have a remarkable opportunity, my gorgeous aquamarine, and I love you so much, because this is also a lot to do with your own karma, it's with your own transformation, and also with your own spirituality. This is fantastic. So an opportunity that you are going to have, it's going to literally change your mind, because there are going to be possibilities around it that you will recognize now, but you didn't recognize before. And that is just going to be one more kind of important step that you are going to do towards the new direction, which is on one hand going to be your calling. This is to do with your spiritual calling, but at the same time it's to do with an enormous, mind-blowing wake up call. Wake up call, wake up call, wake up call, and wake up call. These words are going to be very important for you, my gorgeous aquamarini. On another hand, what else I was going to say, you know, it is going to, by the end of the week, you are going to have a sudden and unexpected changes. And you know, the only thing that I want to say to you about this is just to review your options very carefully. Do not rush into anything whatsoever. If you feel pressurized towards something, bye baby, bye. If somebody's like torturing you, pressuring you to do something, no. If something doesn't feel right, you just remove yourself from that situation. Please, please, please. If something doesn't make sense, just do not do it whatsoever. But if there's some kind of documents that are around you this week, I would just say that you need to deal with, then you just kind of take your time, because you're going to find out something interesting within the lines that you didn't know about before, but it's going to be like a little bit snaky. So it's only going to be very beneficial for you, and it's going to allow you to be one step forward, you know, one step in front of like maybe the negativity or something that you could have fallen into, you know, by not knowing and making the wrong decision. So just make sure that any kind of documents or anything like that to review very carefully, because by slowly reviewing it, you will find out something, you know, a little snaky that you wouldn't normally see. So that's something that I would like you to remember. And also somebody very close to you, like maybe a family member, is going to suggest something to you. First of all, you know, it's not going to make sense, but I wouldn't just throw this out of the equation just yet, because later on that is going to be like the part of an important vision that you are going to have, and it's going to play a very specific part in your own future later on. Okay, so now my gorgeous aquamarini, I'm just going to, where are they? Tarot card here. I'm just going to shuffle these tarot cards, and I'm going to see what is going to be your tarot card of the week, my gorgeous aquamarini. What is going to be your tarot card of the week? Oh, whatever comes to you, just do it. This is the time to be authentic. This is the time to listen to yourself. It's the time to follow your intuition. It's to pay attention to what is the first thing on your mind every morning. It's the time to like kind of, when you're meditating, like keep on also asking questions before you're meditating, like keep on contemplating at the same time. There are many answers that you're going to have. The more weird answers you have, the better it's going to be. The more weirder ideas you have, the better it's actually going to be. In fact, this week it's all about you listening to your own spirituality and allowing yourself to be yourself, because there are 3 absolutely mind-blowing, remarkable points that you're going to come across, and all these 3 points are going to require from you to replay answer, respond in a certain way, but it needs to come from you. It needs to come from your authenticity. So it's three major points that you will be going through: the first part of the week, mid part of the week, and the last part of the week. And all these 3 points are going to be mind-blowing, but it needs to come from you. And now it's the time for you to let your individuality and authenticity to actually take over. Okay, very, very important, my gorgeous aquamarine indeed. And now I'm just going to see what is going to be your oracle card. Oops, this is all wires here. Okay, my gorgeous aquamarine. So your oracle card of the week is... Dun, dun, dun. Reclaim your mind. This is exactly what I'm talking about. It's very important to see who is draining your energy. And I know I've been talking about it before, but it's just somebody, it's just very strong figure, very strong person, very strong entity, very powerful like energy, you know, around this person. There is something so fascinating about this person, but then again, there is something so simple about this person at the same time. It's very difficult to say what it is, but you need to understand, because somebody is just really kind of overshadowing you. So now it's time for you to allow your authenticity to step through, to step forward, and to see who is draining your energy and is slowly reclaiming your mind, you know. And I know it sounds really weird, but it's slowly like somebody's having too much influence on you, and this is when things become really toxic. And this is something that I really need you to pay attention to. Okay, so now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious Gemini. I'm just going to have a little bit of water here. Okay, this is okay, right there. Okay, my gorgeous Gemini. Oh. It's what you what you have been waiting for, my gorgeous Gemini indeed. So this is important time for you, and it's in between the 12th of April and the 18th of April 2021. And you know what? You are gonna really need to make an important decision. This decision needs to come from you. This decision must it's not something that you should go and ask for the advice. This strictly need to come from you. Okay, so there is an important decision that you are going to make, and what this decision is going to be and what this is going to be around, especially it's going to become quite obvious within the first day of this week indeed. And it's pretty much so to do with you waiting the right moment, and it's also to do with things that have been kind of affecting you because they have been like kind of very, very slow, and they just haven't been happening. Certain things have put on a hold, and now you will know exactly what to do, because it's pretty much so to do with your own experience, and it's pretty much so to do with your own like a kind of like a moment where you will know exactly what you should invest in. This is very important when it comes to the next step in your life, which is going to be revealed, but also most certainly when it comes to you making a really wise investment. But when you do this, these are all the beginning stages, you making this decision, realizing this with yourself, but it needs to come from you, and it must not come from anybody else. It's more important to follow your own individuality than at any other time, especially when it comes to this, and especially when it comes to this kind of investment, because I can see that maybe there's certain people around you also are quite influential, and they will want to kind of put a little bit of their energy on, which is just going to affect your way of thinking. So it's very important to also keep this to yourself. And this is the first couple of days this week, so you just keep this to yourself and see how things are going to develop, how things are going to unfold, because most certainly you're going to make a mind-blowing decision, because after this moment things are going to start floating really nicely. But at the end of the day, this is only going to be the beginning of the specific changes which are going to start taking place and making place in your life, which are later on over the next few weeks going to become absolutely super evident and super significant part of your life, which is going to need your attention. So it's a lot to do with the actual, very much so, wise investment that you are going to make, and you will know what this is, because almost immediately there is going to be the great determination that you are going to have. This in itself, it's all about the initiative. See how you feel, see what you feel drawn to, see what is actually calling you. It's all about your own strength, activity, power, but then at the same time, it's just deep emotional feeling that is going to overpower you and re-energize you. Most importantly, protect your energy against like the outside influences, like the negativity, and a lot is going on the outside that is affecting you, my gorgeous Gemini. It's affecting your way of planning. It's affecting your way of thinking, which is absolutely normal, because you're very spiritual, you're very psychic, and I mentioned before, you get affected by these energies like there is no tomorrow. So this is your time, and it's time for you to think about yourself, what you want to do, what makes sense to you, and what these next steps are going to be. And also, some absolutely mind-blowing next step, it's going to be revealed at the end of the week, and this is gonna surprise you, and it's really gonna throw you off the path a little bit, but you're gonna like it, because you're gonna land on the actual crossroads. But these crossroads are gonna be absolutely super illuminating for you at the same time, because it's going to help you to make the best possible decision when it comes to tormenting part of your life. Okay, so these crossroads are going to be super beneficial. They're going to get you thinking, but also they're going to put you on the path where things are going to start making sense. In particular, what you need to do when it comes to the recovery from certain loss as well. Very, very important time. When it comes to the moment, you were maybe you were scared, you had a certain fear of the unknown, in particular when it comes to the actual planning. So now you are going to make the brave move and to step in the right direction when it comes to the future planning, indeed, because it's all about you planning for the long term. At the same time, an abundance from the past choice is going to beautifully reward you, which is going to lead in you having a really great pride in your success. But then again, just remember, if somebody's rushing you towards something, if somebody's trying to make you hurry up, just remember to be patient, to be patient, to be patient. In fact, as soon as you realize that somebody is trying to make you hurry up, this is mostly the time for you to remember my gorgeous little lips, my gorgeous little words, and just remember to just take one step at a time. If something doesn't make sense to you, don't do it. I know that they're like some kind of devilish person is going to try to kind of like really pressure you towards something, and if it doesn't make sense, my lord, do not do it. Just remember, this is more important than ever, okay? Because there are a lot of things going on at the moment, and you just need to understand, if something doesn't make sense to you, then don't do it. If something makes sense to you, then do it. It's entirely up to you, but it's up to you also to realize that there is something rather devilish going on at the moment, and you need to follow your own intuition. This is going to be the answer, my gorgeous Gemini. It's more important than ever. But however, when it comes to the future planning, this is going to be the actually absolutely remarkable week. It's not only about the future planning, but as soon as you get yourself like maybe in front of the paper and you start writing things, or what do I want to do, as soon as you start projecting your energy towards it, you're just going to realize, oh my god, boom, pam, 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 pam. You're going to have so many ideas that you wouldn't normally have. You will jump from one thing to another, but the ideas that you're going to have, some of them are going to be absolutely ludicrous, but you will see, even if they don't make sense now, they will make sense later on. You just wait another 38 days and you will see, because the certain seed that you're going to plant is going to take exactly 38 days until it just kind of blossom into something absolutely spectacular, my gorgeous Gemini. So you do most certainly have a lot to look forward to. So now I'm just going to see what is going to be your tarot card of the week, my gorgeous Gemini. What is going to be a tarot card of the week? What is going to be a tarot card of the week, my gorgeous Gemini? Okay. You see this doesn't really surprise me. It is just all about, it's going to be quite emotional week that you will be going through, and then, you know, it's the certain specific situation that has just been kind of on your mind for such a long time, and it will slow down. It was kind of making you feel really negative. It was just like kind of waiting game. Now, sorry, now you're gonna have a very important news, and it's to do with your past. And it's to do with things that you have been doing. It's to do with things that you have been focusing on, but it's also to do with things that kind of like really got stuck in the process. And I have been seeing this before. So now, very good information and news you are going to have. And this is going to surprise you. And it's going to be rather mind-blowing. But then again, it's going to be remarkable, because you will know that the things are slowly moving. On another hand, you see this? Sorry. It's a fantastic week when it comes to the actual relationships. It's a brilliant, brilliant week when it comes to the relationship, because there is some kind of problem that is going to be resolved this week. And you need to be honest with yourselves. And also for those of you that are kind of single and maybe looking for someone, you know, this is the time when, you know, the time is going to be absolutely right when it comes to somebody slowly start walking into your life as well. And that person may not physically become obvious straight away, but the specific events that are going to take place are most certainly going to show you the way how this person is going to walk into your life. So this is for those of you that are single. But those of you that are in relationship, there is an important problem that is going to be sorted. You have a little problem and you need to work with it. You need to work on it. You need to see what is causing dissatisfaction. Very important for the couples. This is actually a brilliant card when it comes to the couples, or when it comes to the actual single people as well. But now these are the additional feelings that I'm feeling, that you're gonna need to sort something out, a certain problem. You really need to come to an agreement. Something is not kind of working quite right, and you need to see what this is, my gorgeous Gemini, indeed. And now one more card, my gorgeous Gemini. I really like this so much. I really do. Because it's all about the relevant balance slowly coming back into your life. And the way this is going to reflect on you from the beginning of the week is suddenly you're going to feel ready, and you're going to feel prepared, and you're going to feel this return of energy. And it's going to happen in the form of the motivation from the beginning of the week until the end of the week. Whatever motivates you, you need to pay attention to it, because it's sacred. It's coming from somewhere else. It's your sacred guidance, and you need to follow it through, and you will not be led astray. Okay, so now, my gorgeous Gemini, I'm just going to see what is going to be your oracle card of the week. You see this? Absolutely fantastic, and this works so beautifully. Life is about to bring you the whole new meaning. You're going to become aware of things that are absolutely crazy and ludicrous and have got nothing to do with you. But then again, it's just going to be all about your own personal confirmation, and you shaping your life around it in the way you want your life to be shaped. So this is important. There is a very specific information that you will have, and it's more like confirmation written all over, but it's more very personal to do with you, and also very strong sign towards what direction you should actually step in. Pay attention to the actual synchronicities indeed, because once you see the numbers repeating, you know, any numbers, you will know that this is the time when most certainly you're about to realize something absolutely remarkable in your life. Okay, so now The next sign that I'm going to be talking about, it's going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Libra, Libra, Libra. So before I do Libra, I just push these cards up. My gorgeous Libra, I just need a little bit of water. I need water, my gorgeous Libra. I love it so much, my Libra. You know, it's really going to make you wonder. You're going to find yourself on a very specific path, my gorgeous Libra, this week, you know, and it's going to make you wonder. You know, you will realize something really, really weird, really bizarre, and really strange. But then that is just going to become a quite mysterious part of your world at the same time. To some of you, this is going to be the confirmation, and to some of you, this is going to be like a mind-blowing surprise. But it's going to be very important because it's going to help you to see exactly where you are. But most importantly, it's going to open your eyes and help you and make you realize that there are some kind of like very negative entities around at the moment that are affecting people's lives, that are affecting your lives. So as I said, to some of you this is going to be a confirmation, but to some of you this is going to be absolutely mind-blowing moment. But it's all going to boil down towards you doing the right thing with your life and making choices and decisions in your life that you want to make without being affected in such a way where you're completely kind of overpowered, and then it's just you kind of lose your own sense of direction, and then you're just kind of disorientated, and it's almost like other people are making decisions for you, or other people want to make a decision for you, and it's down to you. Libra, Libra, Libra. My babies, if something doesn't make sense to you, do not do it. I can see that a devilish person or devilish people are going to try to pressurize you to do something or pressurize you to go towards something. But I tell you again, specifically, if something doesn't make sense to you, do not do it. Sometimes we just have to swim against the current. And I think that this is going to become quite evident exactly what this is by the end of the week. Okay? So this will be very interesting. On another hand, you are going to have a very important moment of justice, which is about to bring you a mind-blowing balance into your life. A new sense of direction is going to be revealed at the same time. My gorgeous Libra, you have been waiting for this. This is personal to you, and this is very important to you. You will hear about the moment of justice, and this is going to put an enormous smile on your face. But most importantly, it's not only about that. It's about the actual advice that you are going to get and gain at around that moment in time. So this is something to remember, because it's pretty much so to do with your own passion. It's pretty much so to do with things that make you feel really good, and it's to do with things that makes you feel rather vavavoommish indeed. Let me tell you this, my gorgeous Libra. Look, you know, you had the patience for quite a while. You've been waiting for something, and you've been very, very patient, you know. And now, not that long ago, you had to kind of adjust and edit certain things in your life. It's pretty much so to do with the management, compatibility, and adjustment that you need to make. And this happened through somebody very special who was very influential in the best possible way, like really great influence. So this had an impact on you. So this is really good, because you are going to have a very important confirmation and news when it comes to that. And this is going to be remarkable, because it's going to be really great, and as well it's pretty much so to do with your own accomplishment. On another hand, you know what's going to happen this week? It's about the actual sign that you are going to have. You're going to have an incredible omen, my gorgeous Libra. Libra, an incredible sign. Whether this is going to come to you in the form of a little bird, whether this is going to happen, maybe something is going to be quite unusual again about this bird, maybe beautiful colors, maybe strange way of flying, maybe the bird is going to appear in the window, hello darling, you know, maybe the bird is going to be like quite unusual, or maybe the bird is going to be completely normal, but you will know it's part of your element. When something is part of your element, you just know it. Especially you're very psychic, you're very deep, and you're very spiritual. Or it could be maybe a dog, or it could be maybe a cat, it could be like maybe even a spider, you know, it could be any type of animal, but you will know this is your type of your energy and your dimension, because it's going to come to you like towards you like there is no tomorrow. What am I trying to say? When you see that animal that is meant to be part of your own dimension, it's going to be absolutely brilliant, because at the same time you're going to become aware of like what is the best way to do for you. When it comes to, you're going to become aware almost immediately. Something is going to come to you, and it's going to be connected to like some kind of deception. I know I'm being a dark Lala, but it's going to help you to protect yourself, to prevent the certain deception from a kind of like getting them better of you. Do you know what I mean? So it's going to help you to make the best possible decision in order to protect yourself from this deception, and that in itself is going to be remarkable, because most certainly after that moment in time you will become aware of the actual invitation or opportunity. So on one hand you will become aware of the actual deception that you need to protect yourself from, but then on another hand you also, when you see this omen, okay, do you get me? So when you see this sign and omen, on one hand you will know what to do in order to protect yourself from the actual deception, because you will see, you need to pay attention to what will be on your mind indeed. And on another hand, double whammy, you will know that a very important opportunity is about to arise. You're going to become aware of the very important opportunity that you wouldn't normally become aware of, and these are only the beginnings of it, the beginning stages. Very spiritual, inspirational, and a powerful moment in time, because it's going to be connected to the step in the right direction. And you have been waiting for this, my gorgeous Libra, but the way things are going to take place, it's going to be like, oh my God, you know, amazing. So it's about the invitation opportunity that you're going to become aware of, and it's pretty much so to do with your arrival. You need to have a certain approach to it, so you're going to need to kind of prepare yourself for it. And it's also you this is pretty much so to do with your own advancement, things that are very attracted to you. It's going to be connected to a certain request, so you need to understand it's one step at a time, but then at the same time it's challenging situation that is going to require from you to kind of like react in a certain way. However, this is going to be really, really good, and it's also at the same time going to become highly powerful time of your life when it comes to your own personal transformation, which means that something will need to go. Something is going to need to be cut out of your life, because slowly you're reaching an important circle, and when that happens, you know, karmically, you know, you just need to be aware of the things that no longer serve you. So it's great to kind of pay attention to your home, maybe smudge your home a little bit, maybe like kind of like use some kind of crystal, maybe light a little candle, make a wish, you know, it's all these things are going to be kind of illuminated and kind of vibrant around you throughout this week and a part of it. But also when it comes to transformation, transition and things like that, but at the same time, you know, very interesting advice you are going to be told as well when it comes to that opportunity, and that is also going to not only open your eyes, but it's going to be an amazing, mind-blowing wake-up call, in particular when it comes to things that you've lost, kind of like when it comes to the loss, maybe financial loss and things like that. This is going to start looking up quite nice for you, nice spiritual flip-flop moment at the same time. I really like it, because you know you are gonna recognize exactly what do you need to do. You're gonna recognize the exact direction that you need to go towards, and you're gonna feel something that you didn't feel in a long time, which means specifically psychically you're gonna be like, ooh la la, you're gonna be there with your subconscious mind, and you're not gonna be able to tell why you're so drawn towards the specific situation, drawn towards the specific part of your life, drawn towards the specific like kind of like door, but this is all going to be part of your subconscious subconscious mind that it's going to take over, and it's going to be absolutely remarkable. It's about a sacred recognition which you are going to have, my gorgeous Libra, and it's at the same time going to be the part of the step in the right direction without you even realizing. On one hand, you're going to recognize this, but then on another hand, it's illuminated part of your life that is going to take over, which later on it's going to bring you recognition and honor, and you are most certainly, like, ooh la la, going to feel like rather proud of yourself, because where you had the dissatisfaction, now this is going to turn around and become a rather moment of, oh my God, which slowly kind of like a manifesting in your life, my gorgeous Libra, indeed. On another hand, you know, it's just remember, it's time to take action, which means that, you know, it is going to be a challenging moment when you will want to go on the next step in your life, but you will kind of bring yourself down, and then you're going to realize, you know, it's part of the challenge for you to look beyond, to see beyond, to look beyond the surface, to read in between the line, more important than ever, because as soon as you make this necessary step, so much is going to start changing. So it's time to take action and give birth to your dreams. Do not wait any longer, my gorgeous Libra. And also, whichever you know, it's time to be creative. Listen, when it comes to manifestation, when it comes to that particular illumination, when it comes to your own vibration, the combination is going to be absolutely mind-blowing, blowing indeed. So anything creative that you do, your energy is going to be super enhanced. Your energy is going to just double everything up. At the same time, this is the time to actually, for you to understand that anything creative that you do, you will be noticed by the right people. Okay, so it's important. So if you're looking for work and you want to kind of show yourself off, you will be noticed, whether it's physically or whether it's online, you know, whether it's it doesn't really matter. Your energy is going to be noticed like there is no tomorrow. So this is the time really to go for it. Even if you feel completely low, even if you feel completely down, it doesn't really matter. What you want to project, it's going to be projected, but it's going to be illuminated 1,000,000 times over. Make the most of it. These things happen like twice a year. So make the most of it, my gorgeous Libra. Do as much as you can, which means simply knock, knock, knock. You know, this the spiritual knock. Simply do things that make you feel good. Do things that make you feel amazing. Every single day, try to do something different throughout this week. But most importantly, do things that are making you feel really creative, because you will see, you're just going to give a chance to your, for your wings to grow, and that is in itself going to reward you by helping you to fly much further. And once you fly much further, you're able to see things about your life that you don't normally notice, and this is the sacred reward that I'm actually talking about. You will see something that is going to make your songs, make your heart sing, and that in itself is going to bring you the most important promise of your life. Seriously, oh my God. Okay, so creative projects that are going to be super successful, and most certainly you're going to have an important reward out of it later on. So whatever you do that you feel creative about, you know, it is going to grow much further. It's going to become much more important part of your life later on. So now, my gorgeous Libra, I'm just going to shuffle these tarot cards, and I'm going to see what is going to be a tarot card of the week. My gorgeous Libra. Libera. Libera, libera. Libera. Libera, libera. Libera. Libera, libera. Libera, libera. Libera, libera. Lili libera, libera, libera. Lili libera, libera, libera. Libera, libera, libera. Lili libera, libera, libera. Lili libera, libera, libera. libera, 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 pam 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 pam, libera, 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 pam pam pam, libera, 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 pam pam pam, libera, 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 raise your vibration, libera, 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 pam pam, libera, 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 pam pam, libera. My gorgeous Libra, I love you so much. So this is your tarot card of the week. Oops, I missed one. Okay, so this is your tarot card of the week, my gorgeous Libra. Okay. This is important, very, very important. Something is coming to an end and you need to see what this is. And as soon as you realize this, that you are going to set yourself free, because karmically specific situation is just draining your energy, and it's important for you to realize what this is. And also, on another hand, look at this. Absolutely remarkable. It's just about the inspiration. Something completely brand new, something completely remarkable, unexplainable, unexpected is going to take place in your life this week. And it's gonna require from you to respond really quickly. And you will respond without even thinking, my babies. And this is when the magic is going to begin. This is when the magic is going to be alive, because you're gonna respond from something really sacred, from the deep subconscious mind, and this is going to be the absolutely perfect response. And this in itself is going to set you on the path, and it's going to help you realize a certain wake-up call, but at the same time it's going to make a quest. Almost it's like, oh my god, you're going to find yourself like being completely re-energized, regenerized, but at the same time you will find yourself like, oh my god, like on a certain spiritual quest. And I really, really like it, because that in itself is going to be the beginning of something very, very important and very special, much more significant than you can possibly imagine, my gorgeous Libra, because it's going to help you so much in order to see things for what they are, but also it's going to help you to really come out of yourself and do what you want to do. Very, very important indeed. And now I'm just going to see what is going to be Oracle card of the week, my gorgeous Libra. Your Oracle card of the week is potential growth. Well, there you go. You see this? Absolutely remarkable. So it's like you having an idea. Also see what this idea is. Really refreshing idea. Really refreshing idea that is going to start bringing so much feelings within you that you didn't even kind of like think that you can be so kind of excited about something. So you will see something and it's going to bring you so much energy, you know, and it's fantastic. And this is coming from a very high levels of your personal vibration. So just pay attention to what is actually going to give you this idea. You see this? Because it's so much so to do with the potential growth, which is going to in turn into you realizing that there are two paths ahead. Okay? There are two important paths ahead this week. By the end of this week, my gorgeous Libra, there are two mind-blowing important paths ahead that you're going to realize. And both of them are going to be as important, and both of them are going to require from you to observe your limitations. And why do you have these limitations? And what do you need to do about these limitations in order to set yourself where you want to go? Okay? Important. Okay, my gorgeous people. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I love you all so much. And please don't forget, if you would like to support my channel, to visit my crystal store. The link is in the description below, and the link is going to be somewhere above me as well. And also, if you would like to buy this gorgeous angel shirt, you're more than welcome to visit my merchandising store. And also the link is in the description below, and the link is above me as well. I would be really appreciated. I would appreciate this, because this is the way you can help help my channel as well. So thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I love every single one of you. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light. So I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of light, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.